Now the next thing we have to do is download MBED Studio. To do this, we're going to go to os.mbed.com as we've done before, and we're going to click on Overview. When we do, we can see that we have development tools Kyle Studio Cloud, MBED Studio, and MBED CLI. MBED CLI is a little challenging to use, and it's not really for novices. And Kyle Studio Cloud, unfortunately, requires a lot of assets on the microcontroller it's using. And MBED Studio does basically the same thing, and you will be able to do full debugging, which you cannot do in Kyle Studio Cloud. Right now we're in Windows 11, so what we're going to do is we're going to go down here and click on MBED Studio, and we're going to say Download for Windows. When we do, we'll see up here that it's going to download MBED Studio, and it's going to take approximately 1.2 gigs. Now that the download is complete, we're just going to click on this. It says Setup is loading. You want to allow this app to make changes to your device, and we're going to say yes, and we're going to select ST-Link drivers and say next. I'm going to agree. I'm going to put it in MBED Studio. Now it says completing MBED Studio setup, and it's going to then run MBED Studio. So let's finish, and we get our splash screen starting. And at this point, what we're going to do is download the version now for Mac, and we're going to compare how they look. Now whether you're using Windows or Mac, MBED Studio works pretty much the same, but I'm just going to go through the download for the Mac anyway. So when I click on here, we can go up here now, take a look, it's downloading it. It's going to take about a minute. Again, it's about 1.4 gig. Now if we go up to our download here, double click on this to launch it, and it's going to come up here with you will be guided through, and we're just going to hit continue. We're going to say continue again. We're going to say agree and install on for all users on this computer. And I'm going to say continue, install. And it will ask for the password, which I'll type in for the computer. It's going to do the writing of the files. Now eventually it's going to come up and say the installation was successful, and we're going to close it. And it says you want to keep the Studio installer. No, we'll move that to trash. Now if we go to applications and search by date modified, we can see MBED Studio here. And we just double click on it to launch it. And then we can see how it's going to be similar and or different to MBED Studio for Windows. And we can see that we've got this basic screen coming up. The only difference that I've noticed is that MBED Studio and the menu is up here instead of being integrated into this same framework here. Otherwise, it's pretty much all the same. You've got all the same things here. You've got File, Edit, Selection, View, Go, Terminal, and Help. All these things are the same. It's just where they're placed on the screen is the only real difference between Windows MBED Studio and MBED Studio for the Mac.